It's
Only 10 seconds.
you want to be able to sort of like drop a tombstone behind a tower
5
and
seconds.
really be aggressive with him. Or else you're, I mean, or else you're just a decay machine. You're like a worse ogre.
That's a pretty big insult.
I mean, ogre at least gives you bloodlust.
It's true.
An insult to who? I think Ogre is insulted that he's being compared to the dying. So I don't know.
Oh, well, there's a Sand King coming out for Happy Feet, another aggressive hero that they can use. So far, they're looking still pretty fight heavy.
Yes, it seems like Happy Feet's going all in with this early game. They can balance it out with a super late game pick, like maybe like an anti-mage or something that could do a catch-all. This is looking like a pretty decent 4 protect 1 strategy.
Do you like it? I mean, is it enough? Do you feel like that's something that...
I think because how hard they lost the last game, this is a good change and a shift. Because these are fairly strong heroes early on. So yes, I do like the adjustment.
Yeah. Let's see the answer of Mineski as they take away their bonus time. Or reserve time, I should say.
5 seconds remain.
And previous game, they saved their Mushi hero for last. I'm gonna assume that they're gonna do the same thing here. That's often a pattern that teams have. So
Make sure you get the good core matchups.
Ooh, then we get that's gonna be our Nana hero then. Nana TA or is it Mushi TA? Who plays it for them?
I want to say Nana.
I want to say Nana too, but I'm not
Mushi
entirely
also
sure.
has a good TA.
Yeah.
So it's just whichever feel like they're on point with their side blades, I guess.
10 seconds remaining.
I mean, is it Jakiro or Monkey King offlane?
Only 10
Or neither, and
seconds.
they're gonna throw a curveball and pick.
I think one of them
hero.
will be offlane.
Yeah.
5 seconds. Hurry,
I think it's gonna be Ogre Monkey in the
turn to
offlane,
make
and
all
that
the wrong
that
choices.
is just a very strong bully lane.
Mm-hmm.
Bloodlust from Jingu, just run at that bench.
But then you have a double melee into
Okay, yeah, maybe just Jakiro. I mean, either one. Like they're so good early on.
Only 10
Slaughter
seconds.
ban for Happy Feet, respecting that Mushi Slaughter in a safe
5
lane.
seconds. Hurry, hurry.
That's been a thing of late.
So they are also still expecting a Mushi hero to come out. By the way, is Fnatic the only one that plays Slark?
No, we saw it. Oh, we actually saw Immortals pick it up yesterday.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
BSJ also plays Slark.
Okay.
Yeah, he does. So
I'm still I'm hoping to have a Slark game at some point in today or tomorrow because I've been told that there will be Slarks in my games and I will be very disappointed if there's not.
So far, I don't think there will be.
not in this game.
Not in this game.
I feel like it's tough for either team to work in a Slark. Mineski has the overall final pick. Oh no, it's Happy Feet.
Happy Feet does. We are seeing a Viper ban on the side of Mineski. And they will pick their last hero within 13 seconds because that's when their time runs out. And we'll finally know if it's going to be... Well, we might still not know if it's going to be an offlane Jakiro or Monkey King. Actually,
Safe lane Monkey.
safe lane Monkey King, iceiceice Centaur. That gives a lot away. Safe lane Centaur? Not a thing? Is it a thing?
I
Gonna be a
don't,
thing?
not that I've seen right now.
You may now
The
select
Weaver.
your heroes.
Coming out for Happy Feet.
10 seconds to pick.
Is it enough?
I actually don't know. I'm just gonna put this somewhere.
5 seconds remain.
Don't know where he's going.
I don't know where it's going.
They have very diverse
I also
options.
don't know where Happy Feet is going with their draft. Like, what is this draft meant to do?
What is the synergy?
Undying falls off. He doesn't even push with this lineup because this lineup isn't meant to push.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what Happy Feet's ref is doing. Whereas I
Alright.
feel like Mineski has a very clear strategy: win the lanes and just run at them.
Charlie?
I agree. I think this looks like a pretty free Templar game, actually.
Yeah.
Not a lot of things to burn through refraction. Centaur to initiate. I'm a fan.
All right. That means that we are all three in favor of Mineski because they looked really good in the previous game. The draft of Happy Feet hasn't convinced us that they can push it to a third, but let's see if they can with ODPixel and Fogged in game 3.
Game 2.
Game 2.
Thank you, thank you, Shiva. It is yesterday. Game 2, Happy Feet versus Mineski. And, well, the panel again, all going on Mineski's side. They think the draft's strong. I think the TA's going to have a good game. Would you agree? Do you like, once again, what Mineski's doing here?
Yep, they've got Bloodlust that works really well with Monkey King and Templar Assassin. I think we're going to see similar things kind of happen as the last game. Jabz, however, is going to be playing the role of that Ninja Boogie played the last time around, where Ninja Boogie was securing the lanes. It's going to be Jabz walking to the mid lane, sitting on the high ground. Same thing with bottom, throwing the Bloodlust onto Monkey King.
Prepare for battle.
This time, though, I think Ice should suffer more since he's versus an Undying.
30 seconds.
But it is a Undying and a Senking as the two supports. So it's double melee supports, a little bit awkward. We have been seeing some teams doing that, but not being the most successful even with that. And yeah, Mushi, safe lane Centaur. He should have a pretty dandy time. Since it is, what, like the off-lane Weaver, right? So
Yeah, you would expect so from Happy Feet's lineup. And she's prepared to take a bit of a beating, going to lane with 10 tangos. She's ready to take some harassment up top.
I'm wondering if Happy Feet just looks for an aggro tri-lane here and just puts the Weaver in a 1v1 versus Monkey King, but I think that it's still going to be really tough for them.
To battle.
Ice, ice, ice. He breaks the smoke. He doesn't know this yet, though. But he pings it out. It looks like he has an idea. He doesn't see anything else showing on the map. Maybe he caught like a slight glimpse of something, and yeah, now they know. For certain.
And we'll see what lanes Happy Feet do indeed decide on, as you say.
Nope, they're setting the Weaver top. I think he's going to have a really tough time up there.
Yeah,
not really
especially
gonna
if
be
these
too much.
supports hang around,
Yeah.
which they almost certainly will do. At least, as you say, just stop Rapy getting those early levels.
Yeah, two of the lanes looking really solid for Mineski, though. I think just Ice 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 has to suffer a bit if they commit the full tri-lane. But it looks like it's just going to be two heroes off the bat. So depending on where Jabz wants to go, that's the lane that will be secured. He starts mid, and then he starts walking bottom. So they recognize that it's going to be a dual lane coming out down bottom, and if there's an Ogre Monkey King there, Monkey King will go to farm perfectly fine.
Doing their best at the moment to keep Ice 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 away from the creep wave. So Ogre's going to be there to join him up top. They are making a bit of a go on to Ninja Boogie. Go straight for the TP out after the stun's committed. And we'll be fine. Gets back to base.
Priorities made by Mineski. The fact that Ogre goes bottom to match the Undying. They're just looking to give Ice 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 a great laning phase startup. They already assume that Moon's gonna do very well in that mid lane versus a Puck. And Mushi should farm top, so yeah, Mineski looking pretty solid all around here in the 3 lanes.
And interesting to see this mid matchup, of course. The straight switch around from game 1, wasn't it? Both mids playing their opponents this time, so we'll see if it was the heroes or if it was the players.
I think NaNa is just a much stronger laner than Benhur, from what I've seen, especially in the past too, on top of some of the games we saw in Manila. Ice, 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 and Jabz. They're going toe-to-toe with Jessie. Jessie's in a lot of trouble here. The boundless strike.
Boundless indeed. Jessie is gone.
They're not done yet either. Just kidding. They are.
Yeah, a little too far for them to chase. But they'll be happy with the first. But up top, Mushi getting chased down by Rapy. Getting into position to try and finish off the Centaur. But Centaur a little bit too tanky to do so. Centaur will survive. Jules having to run. Mushi cuts himself round through the tree line. They look to see if they can get the stun off. Won't be the case. But they keep themselves alive. Get Happy Feet very low on that top lane.
Mushi's looking for Jules. Can't find him. almost had enough damage with the double edge, but just unable to really get it off, and he would have lived with like 10 HP even if he did. So mid lane, Benhur still looking pretty even versus Moon. With that lane ward, helps a lot to just right click up on the high ground over and over again to break that refraction. But Puck versus TA, the first few levels, the Puck is at a bit of an advantage. It's once you start getting those refraction stacks higher and higher. Level 5 is really the big one for where the Templar Assassin skyrockets above Puck. Bottom lane, JessieVash and X-Rag.
Yeah, this is iceiceice not hitting many creeps this time round.
He's not. Jabz still hasn't put the second point stun out, or second point in his ability in bottom. Julz with the rotation, they'll be able to find this ogre. One more hit, but the soul rip, okay.
iceiceice trying to save his buddy. Unable to do so. Farm for the cause. Ones and the twos, very close at the moment. Everyone, 14, 15 CS. No one getting left behind in that. So it's just the offlaners that are sort of struggling to find farm this game. In the laning stage, at least.
This looks just like a kill lane to me in the bottom lane from iceiceice, even just from his skill build. Gets the 1 point in the tree spring too, so he can close the gap on them. Uh-oh, Venge.
Into X-Rag they go. They've got the Primal Spring with the slow. X-Rag tries to hold him back with the magic missile. Isn't going to work. That's one down.
Ooh, a tombstone.
Yeah, they'll be able to farm this as well. Let's see if Jessie can get the deny. No, he can't. More gold in the into the pockets of Mineski. Let's see if they can chase down JessieVash. CP coming back in from X-Rag though will push Mineski away. But still, they get a kill and they get a tombstone. More money into the bank.
They do have a lot of damage between that dual lane coming out from Happy Feet. Whenever the Wave of Terror comes out, we know Monkey King is not a high armor hero, so he does get put negative from that one. And as we were talking about, that level 5 comes out on the TA, and it just becomes incredibly difficult for Benhur to really do anything in that lane.
Top tower is under attack.
A 2-4-1 lead for Mineski. Mushi doing alright for himself, so up top. Ain't getting shoved into him, but he's getting the CS under the tower nice and safely. Makes it very hard for Rapy to make any sort of plays on this top lane weaver. Bottom lane again, iceiceice jumping in, hitting the slow off onto 2. Magic missile there. It's not going to hold him back for long. The Burrow Strike from Julz though will play out. Keeps him held back and will allow them to take down iceiceice. Jabz should finish off X-Rag, but they lost the Monkey King. Let's see if they play with Jabz life as well. It looks like Julz and Vash will be able to clean up both heroes from the offlane of Mineski. Does cost them their carry though.
Yep. But still, getting 2 kills, definitely worth it for Happy Feet with the rotation from Julz. iceiceice, committing for a bit. Stun tri-lanes are very useful versus the Monkey King. If you can prevent him from getting those Jingu stacks up, we see what can happen there. One more hit and iceiceice would have been able to, if he'd gotten that off, the Boundless Strike would have healed him instead of just doing the damage. So it was very close to being a blunder from Happy Feet. So, all in all, 3-3 coming out in the first 6 minutes.
Yeah, much better start for Happy Feet here in game 2 as opposed to game 1, where at this point it was already very apparent that they were losing the lanes. But here, there's definitely good starts for some of the cores you do. TA in the mid lane is not dominating the puck. The puck is slightly ahead, if anything.
ninjaboogie with an instant TP as soon as the swarm is thrown onto him. And yeah, Moon, instead of prioritizing just sitting in the lane versus a puck, he is prioritizing getting some stacks out for himself. He does have a doubled up Ancient now. Yeah, Benhur still doing quite well in that mid lane, as you mentioned.
Down bottom, they found the Monkey King. They cut down the tree, and they cut off iceiceice.
Julz with good rotations. Yep, every single time he's down there, they seem to find a kill. I think he should probably just stay down there. ninjaboogie now making the assist move, moving toward bottom. Wants to secure that lane for the Monkey King just a bit better, since they are putting some pressure onto the Venge anyway.
They've got a very good lineup for finding the Monkey King as well in the trees.
Yeah,
Wave of Terror, Bugs.
Yeah, Wave of Terror, Tombstone. Tombstone can just cut the tree down instantly.
Yeah. I mean, so much to threaten this Monkey King.
Ice again, jumps
He's
in.
He's got a very good lineup for finding the He's got a bit of backup. Looks like it'll be enough this time to keep him alive. Maybe he can look to turn things around. He's looking for the jump. It'll go for the balance strike onto both of them. Julz with the Sandstorm buying some time and space. Moving in onto JessieVash. Mushi turning up as well. Who's stomped down onto the Undying? They claim one, they claim two. Sanking down as well. iceiceice still alive. He's very deep behind the tower, and he's going to get hunted down by Benhur, who's hunting. Finds him with the burst damage. Benhur will pick up the second, so a 2-for-2 trade. The two supports going down on Happy Feet's side. Mineski, they lose the support, and they do lose iceiceice yet again on the Monkey King. He's dying quite a few times now in this bottom lane.
Yeah, and that's with a rotation coming out from Mushi. He TP'd down to get involved with the Stampede. Happy Feet coming out to a pretty damn good start with the rotations from the Sand King. Julz really making the right moves for his team.
Shrine up the Ancients, as you say, being stacked and prepared for Mineski. So they will have that to fall back on. No sort of crazy flash farming heroes at all on Happy Feet's lineup to keep up with the TF. She does start to get those early core items.
Yeah. Jabz is just like level 5, about to be level 6 on the Ogre already because of all the kills that have been getting traded. He's a very high level Ogre. Smoke comes out. They're looking for the Venge. X-Rag has to be careful not to step up too far here. He starts TPing toward top. He should be just fine. Now they know too. Mushi's smoke got broken as he stepped closer. And they're going to look for a dive here. They're going to try to take out this tower with Rapy.
So if they can get a catch. Jabz behind the tower will be spotted, but at the same time, bottom lane is going to be where the play is made. iceiceice moving in with Mushi up top in response. They will make the return play onto the Ogre. Support for a support. And potentially a tower for a tower. The trades continuing to be very even between these two teams.
Yeah, pretty much dead even. The only, I guess, discrepancy will be once Moon finishes up this triple ancient stack, he's going to surge a bit ahead of that puck in experience. And gold, bottom, ice again. Julz with the rotation down. Do they have enough to bring him down? Boundless strike, ice path.
Oh, buying some time, but the Dream Core is there. iceiceice in trouble. He stampedes round and round in circles as he's tied down by the Dream Coil. No escape for the Monkey King. And top tower will end up going down. But iceiceice is certainly going to struggle to have the same impact that he did early on in game 1 with his tiny. He's dying a lot of times in this laning stage.
Yeah, he's really struggling down here. Already starting to fall a bit behind in net worth, behind that Weaver. Rapy having just a little bit better of a game at the moment because of all these deaths from iceiceice. Bottom, Julz. Ice path off the mark from ninjaboogie.
A golden thread.
Rapy level 9 coming up soon on this offlane Weaver. And he himself just that bit further ahead in comparison to iceiceice's farm on the Monkey King. Shrine up. Of course, with this Weaver Venge, once they get sort of the first big items, they can look to head into the pit maybe and try and contest Roshan. So they'll be able to do it. Also on the side of Mineski, once the Deso is out for the TA, it's going to require a little bit more time, a little bit more farm for Moon.
Yeah, I think that's really what Mineski's trying to force here. Just forcing these like 4v4 engagements while Moon just farms the jungle over and over again. Moon actually missing a neutral camp stack again. I think that's the second one I've seen him miss.
Top iceiceice with the jump in, but there's a bit of a surprise there waiting for him. Venge comes out. He's going to get the ultimate out, iceiceice, but he's not going to get the kill on JessieVash. He's trying to man up against this Venge, but he hasn't got the damage to do so. Venge survives. iceiceice again losing his life and not getting anything for it.
He's playing crazy aggressive. 1-5-5 now on the Monkey King. Him and Jabz are all the deaths on their team actually. 3-4 on Jabz, 1-5 on iceiceice. Everybody else, 0 deaths.
So as we're saying, it's not the biggest of worries though for Mineski. They're still only under 1k behind.
Yeah.
I keep neck and it's very, very even between these two sides after these lanes have come to an end, about 12 minutes in.
I think Happy Feet should be pretty satisfied with the way it's going, especially since they're just chain killing Monkey King. Bottom, Mushi. He's got the hood. They're trying to take out this tower. They're rotating iceiceice as well.
Let's see if they can get away with the aggressive playing of iceiceice this time round.
Julz needs a blink dagger, and he's gonna have one at a pretty early time. And they're gonna have double initiation and team fight really nicely for Happy Feet on top of that Undying.
Oh, iceiceice deciding not to stick around.
Middle tower is under attack.
Straight up to top.
They need more time, to be honest. I think fighting into this lineup from Happy Feet is really tough. Moon, the epicenter coming out. He's taking it really nicely, though.
Trying to
Stampede.
turn onto Julz. They've got the Ice Path onto 2. And I tell you what, they're going to get the Sand King kill. Can they get Ben as well? That's another question, and it doesn't look like they can. Ben will get away. But very nice turnaround indeed from Mineski with the Stampede. Quick TP in across from the Jakiro. Keeping that TA safe.
Dire's bottom tower
Letting him
is
turn
under
around and fight back.
He's going to go for this tower here, too. He's going to get Bloodlusted up nonstop. And that's the big thing they also have is the Bloodlust is going to play a big part in them.
Oh, they've also found Ben.
Benhur.
With the Ice Path after the Fire Blast, Ben is falling low. Does get the jump out. He's going to be chased, and this Ogre's going to do it. Jabz gets the kill. He pays with his life, but absolutely worth. They secure the tower for Moon, and they get the kill onto the puck. Same time, Mushi will be able to deny the bottom tower.
Oh, JessieVash. Very dead.
Another kill for Mineski.
And Moon's got a massive Ancient stack there right next to him. They did get the ward down from the Undying, though, but instantly taken out.
Radiant's
Top.
tower is under attack.
Iceiceice in some trouble here. He's going to start hopping his way through the trees to not die to that Weaver. TPs to the shrine, uses it, and in the meanwhile, we do see those side blades going to work on the Ancients. Moon starting to get very far ahead here in the net worth. Can finish up the Desolator if he wants to, and that will be them able to take the Roshan on top of the Bloodlust and Jakiro. They have quite a few ways to be able to take that fight. When Happy Fit has both Blink Daggers finished up, though, on the Puck and the Sand King, they do have some pretty damn good fight versus Mineski's lineup. But Templar Assassin is definitely still quite an issue. Deso finished up. Mushi as well has the Blink for the initiation, too.
Yeah, that combo is going to be absolutely brutal. Who's stomping a Deso meld hit? And they're pretty much killing most of these heroes in Happy Feet. They're quite squishy. You get on top of that Puck or the Weaver. These are heroes that they rely on the escape mechanism, so if you stun them, you are going to be able to blow them up.
Yeah. They are looking for bottom, too. The scan does catch out Benhur. Benhur needs to be careful here. Mushi getting the wraparound.
If he can get the jump, that'll be a kill.
Puck orb is used.
There we go. Hoof stomp into the Ice Path, into the Fire Blast. Oh, I say that. Doesn't get it out because he gets silenced. Doesn't matter, though. In fact, if anything, extra value there as the Dream Core is also expended for nothing. So Mineski getting a very, very nice pick off there with the Blink Dagger reveal, of course.
And it leads into a tower. So not only just a kill, it's an objective gaming move. Majority of Happy Feet's lineup as well is magic damage early on. So you do see Mushi. He has that hood finished up very early before that blink. Wouldn't be too surprised if he goes for the full pipe for his team. Julz has Epi going for top. Iceiceice. Looking to be quite dead here.
He's having a bit of a rough one, Ice.
He's Space Creator. He's the offlaner. But yeah, he's dying a lot. That's what, his 6th death? Yeah. But now Epi is down. I think that could be a signal for Mineski to go for that Rosh. They're waiting for the rune.
Jessie's there though, so they still have to be a little careful around it.
They saw him though, so they know that he just blocked the camp, and yeah, they even scouted out for Moon. They know that it's blocked for sure now. So we will see a sentry come out to de-ward that one. Maybe when iceiceice is up, they can go try to contest that Rosh soon, but I think first and foremost they want to be able to push out the lanes better.
Yeah, at least get that blink done as well for Moon.
Yeah.
Which is now ready to be purchased.
So Blink Sand King ready, Blink Puck ready. Happy Feet still at a decent amount of time. It's really just mostly the Venge who's at quite a detriment because of the pressure that was put bottom.
Yeah, it's very hard for these. I mean, both the Venge and the Puck to catch up with the farm rate of this TA. It's not really something that these heroes are built to do unless they're finding the objectives.
Yeah, there's our kill heroes. Mid lane, Julz. They want to go for Jabz here. They're going to have to commit a lot to go for this tanky Ogre, though.
Well, jump forward with the silence. It isn't enough. He's holding on to the Dream Coil. He doesn't really want to pop it, and he won't. So off the back of that, the Ogre does live.
I mean, Jabz got a buckler on top of Urn and 17 wand charges. Pretty tough kill to go for. Top, Moon and Julz. Mushi's in position here. He wants to commit. Able to find the grab though. But now look at iceiceice. He's fighting 3 by himself.
He's going right in, and I'll tell you what, he's doing a hell of a lot of damage. Wukong's command out. The Undying is down. He does play with his life, but a jump forward from Moon will secure the second.
Ice is insane. He literally committed onto 3 heroes by himself there, just with an Echo Saber. But he almost brings out 3.
I guess it works out. You know, you've taken 2 heroes off the map. Sure, the Monkey King's down, but you don't really need the Monkey King for the Roshan. So that 2-for-1 trade, opening up the space for Mineski to head into the pit. And they may just get away with this one for free. Happy Feet. We'll see if they head over, but even if they do, it's not going to be an easy Roshan to contest.
Just ice things, you know. Bugs are moving in. They're going to have vision of this Rosh.
They're going to try and go. Linkers is pot. Rapy goes back into the Ice Path. Hoof Stomp as well. There's Chain stunning this Weaver. Rapy in a lot of trouble. Roshan's down. Moon will claim the Aegis and he'll claim the kill as well as he takes down the Vengeful Spirit. Rapy trying to get out of there, but the Fire Blast into the Ice Path, locking the Weaver down. He does get the Shikuchi off, but he's so low, and he's already used the time lapse jump forward from Mushi. Finds the catch with a Hoof Stomp. That's the second down. They're trying to get Ben out of there as well on the puck, but the Primal Spring Ice Path lockdowns there from Mineski. They take a third from Happy Feet. And again, Roshan falls. Happy Feet decide to take a very risky fight off the back of it.
They didn't have
not
sinking.
successful.
Yeah, they didn't have the Sanking Epicenter. That's like one of their big damage aspects in that one. And, you know, they have an Undying, and the early game is over, and they are at a 7k deficit. It's looking really problematic for Happy Feet. They have no responses toward this Templar Assassin. 402 on Moon, sitting at that 11,000 net worth, also level 17, a solid 4 levels over anybody else in the game. It's starting to be an absolute disaster.
Absolutely. I mean, the panel said it. They said the TA is going to be strong this game, and that's exactly what we're seeing. Moon playing it perfectly. It does get caught out by the Burrow Strike. As Happy Feet looking to try and hold on to this tier 2 on the top lane. They look towards Rapy. 3 man, sorry, I can't count. Dream Core comes through. Actually, it looks like they didn't catch Mushi. It was only 2. Now the turnaround with the Wukong's command. They immediately destroy the Sand King, who just gets absolutely walloped by the Monkey King. They've got the stun onto Rapy. Finds the time lapse out. They have lost the Jakiro, but Rapy's low. He's got to back off. They claim the life of iceiceice as well, but Moon, he's still ready to fight. He's ready to chase. Takes down the Vengeful Spirit. Mushi's in with a Hoof Stomp. They find the catch on the puck as well. Rapy and Jessie, they've got to back off. Rapy's trying to get himself re-involved. Hiding in the tree line. They are low on Mineski. This is very risky though from Rapy. Aegis is still there on Moon. They cannot re-engage on this one. And again, sure, Mineski, they're losing a couple of heroes, but it is very much them taking the fights and this TA continuing to look untouchable.
Bloodlusted TA, just absolutely a menace. 5-0 and 4. But iceiceice keeps dying, but I mean, I think that's kind of his job in this game. It's 4, 8, and 9. He's just starting the fights. He's just sitting there, zoning everybody out.
And he's still getting items. You know, he's now, well, how many times has he died? He's died, what, 8 times? And he's still 3rd highest on the net worth.
Yep.
Because of the kills he's getting involved in, because of the objectives he's able to create space for Mineski to push. So it just goes to show that the dying ain't that bad.
No, especially not versus the lineup of Happy Feet. There, you can see like the Venge, the Weaver, the Puck, they're all starting to fall heavily far behind. Ogre's catching up to the Venge's net worth and bottom. The chain stun.
And Mushi as well. He's been hitting some class Hoof Stomps this game.
Yep.
Every fight, every pick off, Mushi's there with the perfect chain stun that the team needs.
And here we go again.
And he's
find
looking
another
for
one.
more.
Yeah.
And he's found it. Mushi consistently in with the jumps, with the blinks. Mid lane, Rapy trying to go for Jazz, but it is a very tanky Ogre, and he's actually winning out in deeps here.
He's got a mech.
Yeah.
How do you go on this guy? There's no way to bring him
down. You really don't.
They need to commit so much to go for this goal. Julz is in the back here. He's looking for something, but the base is in jeopardy now. They are threatening high ground.
They are indeed. The push comes through.
Look at iceiceice. He is literally just diving into the base
tree on
right now.
tree action.
He's like, I see a Sand King. I'm going for the Sand King.
Wukong's down into the Boundless Strike. Julz does turn with the Burrow Strike, trying to get out of there. But look at these slows. Julz, can he get back to base? Oh, that swap. Extract does save the Sand King, but the tier 3 towers are down. Mineski pushing in. Nice ult there from the Jakiro to cut off any sort of attempt to get back in. iceiceice dies, of course.
tanking
Once again,
Epi.
Epicenter gets the Ogre, pops the Aegis. Mushi, he's found the Who Stomp. Ice Path as well onto the Weaver. They're looking towards Rapy. Can they bring him down in time? No. Gets the time lapse out. Burrow Strike comes through from Julz, catching off 2. Sets up for the TA kill. This is the turnaround that Happy Feet needed. Mushi will get away. Ninjaboogie tries for the TP as well and will escape. But they lose iceiceice and they do lose Moon as well. Getting those 2 cores, some big kills for Happy Feet as they hold on to the racks.
Clutch swap there coming out from the Vengeful Spirit, saving the Sanking. All led into that further event. Sanking survives, gets a beautiful epicenter on top. All of Mineski were clumped up, trying to kill that Tombstone. It gets healed up. They get turned around so heavily because they're clumped up versus a Puck Sanking. We're going to see this one again. Look at the committal. He is a tree. He jumps in for Jabz. And the focus fire is not there from the rest of the team. They are split up, going for 2 different targets. And you see the swap right here.
Look at it.
So clutch, saving the Sanking. And then look at the Tombstone. They all try to kind of focus it, but they're all kind of clumped up. So the Sanking positions himself.
This Epi.
Look at the coil into the epicenter. Absolutely perfect coming out from Happy Feet. Mineski won't make that mistake again.
I mean, they got the tier 3, but it was very scrappy.
Yep.
Very scrappy. And sure they are. They're still comfortable. They're still in the lead. A few more failed pushes like that, though, could end up turning around to bite them back.
Yep. They're still playing versus Undying on the high ground. That's what they have to be careful of. Tombstone's still pretty tough spell to fight into if you can't just bring it down right away. Same thing with Sanking Epi.
There they go. The smoke's on the low ground. Look at the lead in. Jump straight away with the Burrow Strike. It's onto 1. Ice Path in reaction, but already iceiceice is down. The BKB popped by Moon. Stampede as well from Mushi. Mushi jumps in, gets the 2-man Who Stomp. They're looking towards the Vengeful Spirit. Extract ticking down low will fall, but Mineski they've lost 2. Happy Feet looking to chase for more. Mushi has got the magic barrier up and will be able to get himself sliding down to the low ground.
I think that was that a 4 or 5-man Ice Path by Ninjaboogie? That looked like it caught everybody afterwards, but again, iceiceice gets instantly picked off. The quick movement coming out from Happy Feet. Ice needs a BKB to all this disable.
I'll say it again, as you said. See how many Ninjaboogie catches. There's a lot of heroes committing in on that.
Looks he catches. Yeah, he
I mean, they all walked into it.
They all walked into it.
It affects all 5 of them. As you said, that doesn't do enough to turn the fight entirely back in favor of Mineski. Losing iceiceice immediately is a big loss. He is a lot of their damage. If he can get out that Wukongs and Boundless in the fights.
Yeah.
If he's gone, that's quite a lot of potential of Mineski loss. Rapy nearly has the Diffusal Blade. To offer a bit more damage up himself. You've got iceiceice. Ben. Quick with the blink out will escape. And the rest of Mineski continue to push in on this top tier 2. And they'll take it. Next item queued up for Moon will be the Blood Thorn mid lane Mushi. He's got an Invis rune.
They scanned right on top of him though.
They knew someone was hiding.
Almost Aghanims now finished for Mushi, so that damage mitigation is going to be really nice. And now you don't kill your own tree anymore with Monkey King as of the recent patch. With the Stampede, you used to instantly drop and cut yourself down and be stunned, but no longer anymore. Thank you 7.07. Moon getting closer and closer to that Orchid. Will help him a lot to go for those pickoffs here. How's our Venge doing? He's still falling quite behind on the net worth, but does have Solo Crest on top of Shadow Blade. So some damage coming through. And the experience, the experience is the bigger thing there as we see. Happy Feet, they are starting to catch up at least in that department, but the farm still quite in favor of Mineski. And Moon switches toward a Butterfly rather than the Orchid.
Radiant's bottom shrine has fallen.
There we go. Big Iron's picked up there, the Diffusal. Rapy.
Yeah, he needs some damage items. He really wasn't dishing out too much in the fights with just a Lincoln Sphere.
Ogre's got the hood as well, so this Ogre, even more of a target that you probably don't want to go on.
Yeah.
With that hood coming out to him, Jabz is going to be very, very tanky.
It's going to help a lot now too that Mineski picked up a gem, so now the elusiveness from the Sanking is going to be removed, as well as the Weaver and the Vengeful Shadow Blade. They'll have a lot of tools to be able to find those targets. Roche won't spawn for another 2 minutes. But Mineski keeping their aggressive posture, you know.
Oh, so Stacey's watching him. He's up there. Not really a lot that he can do on his own against the Weaver though, and he knows it.
Next big fight will be around that Roche pit. I think that's a full Aghanims coming out on the puck here. Yeah, pretty decent timing. Now they have the Ags coil into the Venge swap if they can find a decent opening on somebody for that long duration stun.
Pretty good answer to the Stampede as well.
Yeah.
As we've seen. If you can get that Dream Coil off beforehand, makes it very hard for Mineski to really reposition with that ult.
Yeah.
And iceiceice just working towards the BKB. Needs something to stop himself from getting absolutely destroyed when he jumps in on the front lines.
Happy feet. They're all postured together here. Julz has to be careful. He might just get jumped on here. The trap damage, it's stopping his Blink Dagger.
Oh, there we have the Boundless into the Ice Path. They can keep him alive for a little bit. Gives him the time to self-Julz. Julz still goes down there. Back into the Wukong's command. He will fall. Rag falling on the Vengeful Spirit. Moon starting to back off. Jabz able to actually get the finishing kill, a finishing blow onto Venge. There'll be a buyback from the Sand King trying to get back involved with the fight. Jabz on the run. Rapy heads forward. Will be able to claim the DD room, but again, these ice pass for ninjaboogie holding the back. Hustov from Mushi catches out the Weaver. Rapy is down for 70 seconds, and now they're looking towards Ben as well. He'll phase shift, look to orb his way out of here, but they're hot on the chase. iceiceice, he's got his eyes on him, Ben. Phase shift again. He'll look for the blink out. Do they know where he is? iceiceice will spot him. The ice path from ninjaboogie catches the puck. What a Jakiro game it's been so far. ninjaboogie, every team fight, doing so much with the ice pass.
Yeah, he's getting, look, I mean, he's getting so many multiple hero ice paths. So that's a pretty cool. Oh, Julz gets spotted out and instantly burst it out.
And that was a dieback. That is Sand King down for 70 seconds.
Yeah. So cool interaction. That the psionic trap versus blink daggers. Like they just throw the trap on top of the Sand King. He's unable to blink, and that's actually how the whole fight started off there. That is a pretty cool thing that they, you know, the change happened with that psionic trap damage.
Now comes the push. That's an easy one as well.
Radiant's
These racks melting to the Deso at the TA.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack.
What can Happy Feet do now? Not a lot whilst 3 of them are dead.
No, they're gonna lose so much here with Sand King down. He's their big team fight ability with the puck, and yeah, that's 2 sets of Raxes completely cleaned up. Mineski quickly turning this game into an absolute win. 20k gold lead for them, 15k experience lead, and if we look at just the graphs, you can see all the orange red dots. How many kills and objectives Mineski has taken in the last few moments. And Roche is up. Time for the Roche. Mushi with this Aghanims build too just makes it so hard for Happy Feet to take a fight. Like even if they throw all their ultimates on somebody, they just pop Stampede, and that damage mitigation should be enough to save pretty much anybody. BKB now finished on iceiceice too, so he is pretty much an impossible kill now. The fight might actually happen here. iceiceice just trying to start it off. He's got the BKB.
I will just simply run out of the ultimate. JessieVash trying for the TP out. It's a lot of damage, not enough to take him down before he's out of there. Dream Coil as well, holding back the rest of Mineski, as Happy Feet will retreat.
Ice just wants to force plays non-stop. Just tries to make jumps happen. Moon top, gonna clear out this creep wave, and they're gonna go for the final Rax push.
Red lane. Oh, Mushi being chased. They've got the magic missile. Jabz is there to back up Mushi, and Mushi's big. He's tanky. Boundless strike from Ice catches off 2. Mineski form themselves into the 5-man push up top.
They're so farmed on the supports on Mineski too. Like level 19 and level 17 between the 2 of them.
What can Happy Feet do to stop this? It's looking so tough. The tier 3 already falling. The Rax exposed. Benhur comes forward, gets caught out by the Fire Blast. He's back off. There's the Epi. Julz jumps forward. He's managed to find the lockdown onto the TA, and that's the Aegis gone. iceiceice jumps forward into the center of it all. X-Rag now out of mana. iceiceice still with the cheese as well if he gets gone on. Boundless strike not going to connect, but X-Rag still going down. The BKB from Moon as he commits onto the Venge, gets the kill. Does get caught out by the Dream Coil stun, but there's a man down on Happy Feet. 50 seconds, no buyback on the Vengeful Spirit. Mineski continue to commit and take down the racks on this top lane. Mushi jumping in, lands the two-man Who Stomp into the Fire Blast, the Ice Path as well from ninjaboogie, locking Happy Feet down. JessieVash tries for the TP out, but the Yule Scepter's there to cancel it, and JessieVash, he'll try and Soul Rip Decay and get himself back. Ice just Wukong's commanding into the fountain as they're getting beat up in their own base, and they are fountain diving now, Mineski. They know the game's over. They know they've won. GG well played is called, and Mineski take the 2-0. Moving on tomorrow to face up against Fnatic, and today Happy Feet will have to play once more. They'll drop down to the lower bracket and will, of course, meet up with the losers of our first